Okay, I have a, I call this a funnel reading, and I use this reading when I want to hone in on a certain situation, or I'm doing a reading and something comes up and I'm like, okay, what's this about? That's what I use this funnel reading for. And it basically, as you can see, it's got, 3, 2, 1, and 3 would be the situation. And basically it shows me kind of how the situation comes together, kind of like its own little story on how it comes together. So I'm going to use the Barbieri Tarot and the Rider-Waite Radiant Wise, which is just like a Rider-Waite, just to show you the difference, because it really is a big difference when you're going from Barbieri to Rider-Waite. And it will read differently. I can almost guarantee it. It might have the same premise and idea, because no matter what, I still use, when I look at the pictures, it tells me one story. But I do use the idea of the card and the meaning of the card, because that really, I mean, to me, that's how I think. I know that the Ace of Wands is this, so I kind of read that way. But this is a good way to like narrow down what you're thinking about, or what you're asking about, or a specific situation. So when I look at the situation overall, I'm using the Ace, the Five of Cups, and the King of Wands. And it's weird because I feel like there's these two really good cards on either side. You've got the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands, and to me that's a lot of strength. So the Ace of Wands is a lot of activity, something new is starting, something new is beginning that has a lot of passion to it, but there's this a little bit of sadness. Now in this deck, I feel like it's a are you gonna mess with me attitude. I really feel like that's what that card is saying. So I feel like there's this new situation and going, are you gonna mess with me or what? And then the King would be, I feel like someone coming in. I think the King is correlated directly to that Ace. It just makes me feel that way. But that middle card is this, am I going to let you in or not? I got to make a decision here, but it's not really a decision card, but it's just like, almost like someone trying to be tough and trying to really be strong. And that's what I get with that card. And then as I read down, as the situation progresses, there's something to be said about learning about hurting. The Page of Pentacles to me is really about learning and making something start, but the Five of Pentacles is about, really feeling destitute about something. And I feel like it's a lesson on that, like, because of that Five of Cups up above, I feel like it's a lesson. Like we're saying, okay, here's where we are. There's this new beginning. You're being kind of standoffish, because I'm sure, and because it's the Five of Cups, I feel like it's about being hurt, being afraid of being hurt, being cautious of being hurt again. But I'm the King of Wands, and I'm coming in with a lot of energy, and then I'm going, okay, so the situation happens, and then I'm learning. This message comes in, and I know I have to learn how to deal with this hurt. I know I have to learn how to deal with this feeling like I don't have anything, in me anymore. And it leads to, I believe it can be one of two things. With the Two of Cups, it can be a relationship. But in this deck, I feel like it's saying you're leading to self-love. She's alone. She's walking through the water. It's a very, I almost feel it's like an emotional card, but not in a bad way. Like feeling very, I've got this. Like I have found myself. I have learned about myself. So I have, this really huge idea coming in, and it correlates with that King, but I'm really being wary of it. But in the meantime, as this situation progresses, it's telling me I'm like really learning those lessons about hurt, about sadness or loss or feeling destitute. Usually we're not. We're usually feeling that way. Doesn't mean we're not. I mean, it can be. And then it leads to that feeling of, I got this. I can love myself. I can love myself first. And then once I do that, then that fight, it'll, work its way out. So that's what I see there. I think that's pretty cool. So now I'm going to compare it to, and I'm going to have both of these out here. I just pushed those up, and I'm going to put out the Rider-Waite. So let's take a look at the Rider-Waite. Okay, I'm going to sit back a little bit because I want to have both of them. Well, you could put them side by side. Let's do that. Well, not right yet. I like to really focus on it. So in this deck, okay, so here's what I see here when I look at the Rider-Waite is, you know, there's this new beginning. It's this new passionate beginning. And then we have, you know, this person, okay, because I look at the pictures. The person has their head down and is facing away from that king. The king is looking at the wand, but the person isn't looking at any of that. So there's this new passion coming in, or new passionate idea, passionate relationship. Something really good is coming in, but the querent is not looking at it. So this center piece tells me that something's happening, and it has to do with this king and this energy, but the middle card says, I'm not looking at anything. I'm not noticing anything. I'm not going to deal with any of this. I am upset about it. That's how I feel. Like, that's what it's kind of saying. I feel like the next step is the same type of thing, where it then leads to this moment of, look what I have. Look what I have. No, I don't have that. I mean, this is what I have. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I could go there. But again, I feel like it's this learning and, you know, feeling coming in, saying that I can do this. I can, you know, I don't have to be afraid. And I think it's a relationship, because in this Two of Cups, I feel like it's a relationship coming together. And I think it's lessons learned. Like, there's this passionate idea with this king, but I don't want to be hurt. I've been hurt before, so I'm not looking at this. I'm not going to check it out. I'm not looking at it. But I have to, because I'm the Page of Pentacles now, and I've got to look at things, and I've got to take a look at why I felt that way and what made me feel that way. And if I do, then I can develop a relationship with this king. Those are how I see them. I mean, and if you look, the biggest difference to me, if I'm looking at these cards together, now I've got them both up, what I see when I'm looking at them, the biggest one to me is that Five of Pentacles, or the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups in the Rider-Waite looks very sad, lost, like I'm not paying, you know, I'm looking at the ground, I'm looking at what's spilled, I'm not looking at what's behind me, whereas I feel like in the Barbieri, where she's kind of looking straight up and going, you know, I'm protecting myself. I'm not going to get hurt again. It's more like a defensive reaction to the hurt or the sadness, rather than the reaction that you, so there is always two reactions, right? To sadness, we can, like, this is more defiant, and this is more, you know, crying in your beer type of feeling. And, you know, they're both okay. It's just two different ways to handle it. And I do feel like the Five of Pentacles she is definitely, like, not feeling good in that card, but I don't know. It also doesn't have, like, this hope. Like, the Five of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite has that hope. It has the stained glass, the church right there. So there's hope, but I feel like it's not as prevalent in this. However, I don't feel it's as, I feel like the Five of Pentacles, even though Pentacles aren't about head, I feel like this would be more in my head in the Barbieri deck than in the Rider-Waite. The Two of Cups, definitely different. I feel like this is definitely, it could definitely be a relationship, and I've read these cards where it is, but I feel like in this situation, it's definitely two different outcomes. This is more the, you know, healing the heart, healing yourself, developing a relationship with yourself, developing a relationship with spirit, finding your true self, where this is more of a developing a relationship with somebody. This could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but it's more about the relationship. So seeing those two different decks is really kind of an aha moment there. Yeah, so this is just what I call the funnel spread. It's literally just to get me, you know, like, focused on a situation, or someone asks something very specific, and I'm not doing a long reading. You know, someone calls me up and says, hey Karen, can you take a look at cards? I'm, okay. And then I, you know, do maybe something like this is a quick go-to because it gets to the point, and that's kind of like how I see it. Like the funnel kind of just gets to the point. Again, like spreads really are about how they look and how the visual of them as well. So there you have it. I call this a funnel spread because it looks like a funnel, and it gets to the point, and it takes all the information into this. Like that's what I feel like it's supposed to do. And it is the Barbieri and the Rider White. This is the Radiant Wise Rider White. So there you have it. Thanks.